Hello and welcome to the transcription explanation of this design. It was done using Loren Sherman's script, and unlike the regular ABC alphabet, which every letter has one way it can look, so like an A always looks like an A, and a B always looks like a B, and so on and so forth. That is not the case for this script because it uses a combination of stems and modifiers to make each letter, which is why the key's set up in a grid like this. So letters with no modifiers are in this column, and letters of a deep divot stem are in this row. So it makes more sense in practice, which we'll get with this design. And then vowels are different still. They're smaller circles, and they have different positions depending upon what vowel they are and if they're attached on one of the four consonant stems. And on vowels, line direction matters. Otherwise, line direction for these modifiers doesn't matter at all whatsoever. But for an I, it's got to have a line going towards the center of the word, and a U has a line going out from the center of the word. So these are the vowels by themselves on a word circle line, whereas these are them in all of their combinations. So you never actually see something set up like this, where we have the TH with an O, an E, I, an E, U, and an A, because I is like E, but line going inwards, and U is like E, line going outwards. Anyway, let's go ahead and start getting to this design and seeing what it looks like in actual practice. So you read the script starting at the bottom and then going counterclockwise. So here's our first word. And the bottom of this word circle here is right here. And if we go counterclockwise, here's our first letter. It's a circle inside the word circle. So we're in this second row. And its modifiers are 2 dots, 1 and 2 dots. Even though there are other dots around, these 3 dots are with this stem, and this dot's with this stem. So there's just 2 for that stem, making it the letter K. And then we have our next letter here, 1, 2, 3 dots on a shallow divot. Even though this protrudes outside of our circle, it doesn't continue more than 50% around, and it doesn't consume more than 50% of our, it's a shallow divot doesn't curve back in on itself, unlike a deep divot which does curve back in on itself. Because it's like a bite taken out of this circle, it's just a shallow divot. So this is in this row, and it's got 3 dots, so that makes it an R. So K, R, then we have an A outside the word circle. And then we have 2 letters stacked. Ooh, excuse me, yawn. These 2 letters have different line thicknesses, meaning they're different letters. If you stack 2 letters on top of each other and they're different line thicknesses, that means they're different letters. If they're the same thickness, it'd be the same letter twice. Because they're different letters, we have to know which one comes first, which is why we read thin to thick. So on consonant stems, if stacked, read thin to thick. 1, 2, 3 dots on the thin one, so that's a Z. And then the thick one has 2 dots, making it a Y. So K-R-A-Z-Y, crazy. And even though the word crazy is actually spelled with the letter C, you'd swap that C to the letter K because it goes K. That's why you spell circles S-I-R-K-L-E-S instead of C-I-R-C-L-E-S. So crazy. Here's our next word. Bottom of it's here. 1, 2 lines on a circle inside the word circle makes it a P. Then we have 1, 2, 3 dots on the L, A outside the word circle, and 1 line, T, no modifiers, so plant. And then our next word, bottom, L, 1, 2, 3 dots, A, D, 3 dots. So these 3 dots make an L and a D. And then we have our Y, 2 dots, just like that Y. So L-A-D-Y. So crazy plant lady is this design. I made it to go on flower pots as decals and stuff, which is why most everything is connected. This K is separate and will fall off if you don't have it touching anything. But other than that, it's all one piece. It's not super structurally sound with this one letter being connected just by that one piece. But it helps it to stick on to have those connections. So, yeah. Anyway, that's that design. I hope you like it. Bye.